Well, Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd, and it's primarily a Mexican holiday which celebrates life and death. And it's a day to celebrate all your ancestors in a way, a happy way. It's not a sad occasion. People in Mexico, for example, will make an altar in their home with all memorabilia and even little foods and sweets and drinks that your loved one or the person you want to honor would like. You might put flowers. In fact, they use marigolds because the scent is so strong. It reaches into the other world to invite the spirits to join the living. They do celebrate the Day of the Dead or All Souls Day in other Latin countries. And also in certain parts of Asia, there's certain celebrations, but nothing quite like how it's done in Mexico. Yeah, it has nothing to do with Halloween, but unfortunately, Halloween is catching on in Mexico and in other countries all over the world. I shouldn't say unfortunately, because Halloween's a lot of fun, but people do mix it up. But Day of the Dead is not Halloween. It's a huge holiday. It's actually a very big economic holiday where everybody gets in on it. There's flowers to be sold, the marigolds, and they make candy, little sugar skull candies and chocolates, and bread, pan de los muertos. There's, you know, a lot of tequila is sold at that time because families will go to the cemeteries and have picnics and decorate and clean the graves. And you know, it's a time when families get together and ponder and remember their ancestors. You know, I've been in business for almost 24 years, and when I first started, when I was first in business, I brought back little figures from Mexico, little Day of the Dead figures, and at that time no one knew what it was, and people would come in and like really curious and wanting to know if we were, what were all the skulls and skeletons all about. There was a very famous artist in the 1800s, or early, actually 1900s. Guadalupe Posada was an artist and a political activist, and he started drawing all these cartoon figures of rich people and everybody actually drawn in skeleton form. And the point being that, you know, no matter how much money you have, no matter how poor you are, we're all going to end up in the same place. So again, in Mexico, you know, they have a philosophy of life after death, and your spirit lives on. And I think with all the things we've had to deal with here, that this has given our country, or people here, a way of grasping and dealing with death, which we've never really been very good at doing. Again, I think you know, it's grown in this country because because how much fun it is. It's a healthy holiday and a happy one.